Good day and welcome back to another Dbz Dokkan Metal video. In this video we are going to cover which units we can farm the super attacks of and which Kais we can get during this Scorching Heat summer sprint campaign on Dbz Dokkan Metal Global. So as per the previous videos, this is just basically a video whereby we see who we can farm and who we can't farm during the certain events that are currently up. Obviously we don't cover things like Ginyu Force and Team Bardock, but beyond that we cover everything else. So the first unit that we can farm is Videl. An SSR Videl drops from stage 1 of the Videl's Flying Technique tutorial event, and this Videl can be used very clearly to raise the SA of all Videls, notably the Int Videl and the Strength Videl DFE lead. So if you are lucky enough to get a copy of Videl, please don't use Kais on her. You have a very easily accessible way to raise her SA right in front of you. The next event we're going to take a look at is the Ultimate Final Showdown. This event drops 3 units, Hercule from stage 1, Goku from stage 2, and Oob from stage 9. So the best thing about this event is that Goku also transforms into a SS3 Goku, which gives us a better variety in terms of farming super attacks. Hercule turns into Hercule Good, well, Hercule and Boo Good, but this isn't a unit we can use too well, and the Majin Buu Good is only a transformation in the actual Dokkan battle, so we won't count there. In terms of Goku units, by now you guys should know that any base Goku or Goku without anything else is a pretty good unit to use. It can be used to farm the SA of a lot of units like the Int LR, the Strength Namek Goku, and pretty much any other Goku that is just base form. Units like the SS3 LR also count with this Goku, and so there's plenty decent ways to save SA. The Goku Karakens don't count, so you can't use them for those, but pretty much everything else is great. Plus he starts as an SSR, which is an automatic 50% chance. So this is great. It's basically like Videl, any card that starts as an SSR, you can immediately go and use as a 50% chance. It's like basically using a improved Dozing Kai. If we awaken Goku to his SS3 state, he will actually be a 100% SA chance for the Strength and the AGL SS3 Gokus, which is also pretty good. Unfortunately for Oob, there's not a lot of units we can use him for currently. The Oob Youth doesn't count for Majub, and we can't use him for the Tech LR from the Dokkan shop. Hercule's great. He can be used for the Int Hercule and for the Tech Hercule if you don't want to waste friend points and you only have a couple copies of him. So overall, also a pretty good purchase to do, and you can kind of save out some Kais there as well, especially the Int one. He's actually pretty good defensively. He was really helpful in the beginning when I was using him for multiple SBRs, so he was great. In the Go Forth Hero of Justice event, we only really have the Great Saiyaman 2 and the Great Saiyaman units. The Great Saiyaman 2 is not that useful. There's no other Great Saiyaman 2 unit that we can realistically farm that well, but the Great Saiyaman can be Z-awakened to an SSR state and can be used as a 50% Kai for the Strength Great Saiyaman here, highlighted, who's a very good Majin Buu Saga support, so you can use him for that, and you can also use him for a couple other Great Saiyamans that pop up. But for the most part, you're going to basically just want to use it for the Strength one. The Strength one is really the highlight in terms of farmable units with that, so if you have him, now's a perfect time to farm him. Obviously, once we're done with that event, we can move on to the next one. This event, the Most Fearsome Margin, is a good event. You will need these 3 units for the EZA area anyway, but to get these units you need to actually farm Chocolate from stage 5. It has a chance to drop and you can pick it up from the stage, and with that chocolate you can buy a Goku Angel, a Gohan Teen, and a Goten Kid unit. Now Goku Angel units are not entirely common, but Goten Kid units can be used for the Tech base form Goten who recently came out, so that's a perfectly acceptable unit to farm. Then in terms of other units, there's a couple other base Gotens, but most of them are free to play, so there's nothing really to highlight in terms of farmable units. Then in terms of the Gohan Teen, we do have obviously the Tech Gohan Teen, which is a great unit to farm for. He's on the banner, so he's another notable unit that we can save some Kais on. There's also the physical support one from the physical support type banners, and there are a couple other Gohan teens that will appear. The future Gohans, the Mystic Gohans, the Ultimate Gohans don't count, but beyond that you have the movie support one that you can do, and several other Gohan teens. So if you want to, please go through your box and you will see there are plenty of Gohan teens you can farm, around 3 or 4. So, and most of them are worth it. Even the movie support Gohan is great. He pairs really well with the LR Go Bros, so yeah, really cool. In terms of Goku Angel, there's really nothing that we want to highlight here. He's not really farmable or usable for anything, so that's a little bit unfortunate, but it's okay. Eventually there'll be a Goku Angel card that will drop that you'll want to farm for. So overall, still pretty good. We've still got a nice selection of units so far, and most of them are on the banner. I mean, Videl, Goten, and Gohan are all banner units, which means it's perfectly acceptable to use them. So yeah, it's a really nice selection so far of super attack fodder that we can use. Overall, I think, you know, these banners have quite diverse units that you can farm, so I think it's great, like when they bring out events like this, because you can farm up the Videls, the Hercules, a lot of base Gokus, Gohans, Gotens, so it really just helps out for people who have been summoning on the banner as well. When you've summoned on the banner and there's 2 or 3 units that you can farm for, it really helps you with Kais. Especially when you get all excited because you can now summon, and yeah, you just get to summon and get some Kais, so it's great. In terms of the Turbulent Start World Tournament Reborn stage, there's a Gohan teen as well that you can farm, so if you don't feel like farming Chocolate, you can farm him from here. But it's the same units as before. Yama and Spopovich do not have a farmable, summonable card. And then finally we get from stage 1 a West Supreme Kai, and stage 5 a Supreme Kai from the Gods event, the Battle Against Kid Buu event. West Kai currently has 1 farmable card, the AGL West Kai, who is a Realm of God support, and the Supreme Kai has his Int card, which is kind of it's a very good card. It becomes Supreme Kai and Kibito Kai. But it's very, very good, and you can farm that SA as well. Both of those start as SSR, so they are 50% right off the bat. That being said, we are going to take a look at the new Dokkan events. Unfortunately, there are no new usable cards from the Dokkan events. The only Dokkan event that was recently brought out was the Videl event. So that is the event, obviously, to get the medals to awaken Videl. There's nothing really that you can farm from here. She doesn't drop a copy of a Videl or anything like that, and even if she did, we already have 2 farmable copies, so really it's not needed. That being said, there is some Kais that we can earn. So in terms of Kais from events, there's only really 1 event that drops currency. So when I talk about currency or Kais, generally stages or events will drop things like treasure or pudding or some kind of item, and you can use those to buy Kais. The Evil Revive, the most fearsome Martian, drops chocolate from stage 5 as previously mentioned, and if you go to the treasure tab under the Baba's shop tab, you will see that there is a category for chocolate and that there are 4 Kais that you can get there. So if you are looking to get yourself some extra Elder Kais, maybe you're looking to prepare for the worldwide celebration later on, or maybe you're just looking to stock up on some for the LRs you plan on summoning, then it is best to go and farm those now. 4 Kais is a pretty nice thing. Unfortunately, there's not many more. In fact, there are no others, but that's okay. But as always, that's it from me, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video, and as always, stay safe, and I'll see you in the next one. But until then, cheers and bye.